If you didn't know, one of my favorite Hallmark mystery movies is Murder, She Baked. Now, Murder, She Baked, I think the last movie was 2018. It's been quite a while, and there were only 5 of them. However, they recently announced that a new one will be coming out next month. So I thought I'd do a recap, just like I did for Aurora Tea Garden, so you could get caught up to speed and enjoy it as much as I do. I'm Lisa, author of the Frosted Misfortunes Cozy Mystery series, starring my own little kitty cat, Lucky. On this channel, we talk all about mysteries, whether those are books, TV shows, or movies. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Tuesday. All right, I have 10 fun facts for you about the Murder, She Baked series, so you can get caught up to speed or just kind of jump right into the next one. Usually before they show a new episode, they'll do a marathon. And because there are only 5, it should be pretty easy to make it through. I know I made it through it in a couple days because I just rewatched all of them for this. And I don't know why. For some reason in the back of my mind, I thought there were more of them, but there are only 5. So let's go. So the first one is books versus movies. So the books came first, and those were by Joanna Fluke, and there are 28 in those. In fact, I think that's the only thing she writes. Now, those books are called the Hannah Swenson Mysteries, and then the movies, there's 5 of them from Hallmark, and those are called the Murder, She Baked Mysteries. Now, I have tried the books, and that's after I saw the movies, and I didn't really like them. They were kind of slower and boring, and the characters weren't as great as in the movies. And maybe that's because I saw the movie first, but you could try them out. I'm just going to stick with the movies from here on out. The second thing is age. It sounds like she's in her early 30s. Allison Sweeney, who plays the character in real life, is 45 this year. So they're kind of vague on that. She's not in her 20s, but she's not older. They basically said she came back home from grad school. So in theory, she's let's say 24 when you're in grad school, and then to help her mom out after her dad died, and then opened up the bakery. So I'm guessing 30, 31 is the age that they were trying to go for. Number 3 is the cast. And I already mentioned Allison Sweeney, and you might remember her from Days of Our Lives. I think she started playing that when she was 16. And she also was the host for The Biggest Loser for a ton of seasons. I think I wrote it down. Seasons 4 through 16. And then pretty much after that, she left that show, then she just jumped right into Hallmark and then started doing a lot of different Hallmark movies and all the mysteries. Now, the next big cast member is Barbara Niven, and she plays the mom, which they have the perfect dynamic where the mom is always trying to set her up or get her to, go out and do stuff. And she's always I'm just a baker. And I think maybe it was more just the first episode, but they have a really great dynamic. And the third character is Cameron Matheson, who plays the cop, the boyfriend. He also is a host on the show Home and Family on the regular Hallmark channel. So, and I see him in a ton of other Hallmark movies. So he's a Hallmark lifetimer actor almost. So those are the 3 big ones. And then number 4, location. It is in Eden Lake, Minnesota, which I believe it is in Minnesota in the books as well, but it's a make-believe town that's an hour or 2 hours from Minneapolis. And then number 5, her pet is Moisha, which is a cat. Now, I don't think the cat was the same cat from episode to episode, and that's only because I saw all 5 of them at once. I was that cat looks like it's a different cat, but it's supposed to just be a gray, I don't want to say a tabby, but just looks like just a regular cat. And then she talks to the cat sometimes, in the first movie, and then after that, they kind of forget about the cat. The cat's there, but nobody, maybe it gets 1 scene or 2 scenes, if that. And then number 6 is her sidekick is actually her sister, her younger sister, who is married to a cop, so then she can get other information that way. But her sister just had a baby, and so I don't know if she'll still be her sidekick. And then it's kind of weird. I thought Lisa, who is the baking assistant that works for her, I thought that would totally be her sidekick. But it's Lisa has no clue that she does any detective work at all. She's just the baker and is just happy to bake and talk about new orders and things like that. And that's pretty much it. Number 7 is the love triangle. So her sidekick, though, instead of her sister, is sometimes Norman, which is one of the love triangle people. So Norman is a dentist that her mom tried to fix her up with. And she went on a couple dates with him, and she did end up kissing him, but they never really kind of like meshed. Instead, she ended up with Mike, who is the cop, and they, in the very last episode, or the last movie, the 5th movie, they were engaged, and they were like about to have their engagement party, and then he got a call, and she was like, oh, let's go solve this crime, because I think they were like, we're just going to end the series and just never come back to it, right? And then I don't think they realized like how popular that would be and how the other new ones were not as popular. So I think that's why now they're coming back to it. So we'll see what happens. The number 8 is Where Does She Work? And it is the Cookie Jar, which is her own bakery, and Lisa is the assistant. And then there's other people that work there, but we never really get their names. But it's like a shop where people can sit and they have coffee and they can hang out. And then her only competition was Magnolia Bakery or Magnolia Cupcakes or something, which was across the street and only for the Peach Cobbler mystery episode. And then that was it. Number 9 is there is a new movie, and it is called Sweet Revenge, and that is supposed to air on August 8th. But like I always say, Hallmark is like very fickle about their dates. They like say a date, they don't stick to it, they make up another date. They never tell you like, hey, we changed the date. It's kind of like a YouTube channel. Like sometimes things air when they're supposed to, sometimes they don't. So basically maybe it will be August 8th. We don't know. But if you can, I would just check your DVR maybe that morning. That's what I always do. So number 10 is how to get up to speed on all the other movies. So the first thing you do not want to do not do this, is buy the DVDs on Amazon. First of all, I don't even know who owns a DVD player anymore, but the biggest complaints everyone was saying is that like movie number 5 is not there, even though it says it's the complete series. So I think that upset a lot of people. So just buy each of the movies one off you can buy them on YouTube TV. You can buy them on Amazon Prime, but I don't think you can get all of them. There was, in my last video, the Aurora Tea Garden movie, somebody did mention the website Friendly TV. So I will leave a link to that below, and you can actually watch the Hallmark Channel, like stream it, and you can DVR those movies. So that's actually a big bonus. I was thinking about doing that too. I was like, well, actually, that sounds very convenient. But that's a wrap. Those are all the 10 things that you need to know to get caught up to speed, so you can just jump into the next Murder, She Baked whenever Hallmark decides to air that. All right, so let's recap that list really quick. The first one, books versus movies. There's 28 books. There's 5 movies. I love the movies way better, but that's pretty much all that Joanna Fluke writes. So if you do like the books, that could be a nice long series for you. Number 2 is she's about in her early 30s, I'm guessing. Number 3, cast. Allison Sweeney is the big one. The mom, Barbara Nevin. I see her in like tons of other Hallmark things. And also Cameron Matheson, which is the boyfriend as well. Number 4, the location is Eden Lake. Number 5, her pet is Moisha, which is a cat. Number 6 is her sidekick is her sister and sometimes Norman. We'll see now that she's engaged if Norman actually comes back for episode 6 or if he's like out of the script. Number 7 is love triangle, is her and Mike and Norman, but I guess the love triangle is kind of over now that she's engaged to Mike. And then number 8 is Where Is She Working? She owns the Cookie Jar. And number 9 is the new movie is called Sweet Revenge, and that is, as of now, supposed to come out on August 8th. And number 10 is how to catch up on the old movies, and that is you can buy them on Amazon, on YouTube, or you can try downloading Friendly TV. All right, let me know if you were as excited as I am that they're going to reboot this series. And I hope everyone's having a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.